Okay, hello, everybody. How's it going today? Just starting up the BeelzeRog show once again, and uh, I don't know what areas you may hail from, but here in the lovely Rocky Mountain area, it is raining, possibly snowing. I haven't stuck my head out recently to see how things are looking, but it feels cold, and I'm going to attribute some wigginess in my head to the changing barometric pressure. So, um, regardless, it's a day to stay in and you know have fun. Um, so let's see here. Not that much. Well, I mean, we could talk politics in the news or whatever. Though there is one little thing that popped up recently in the adult gaming space. Um, there's the game site itch.io, and they have just recently updated some of their um, they've updated some of their terms of service, which basically is going to start putting a lot of the onus on getting payments from people, uh, or I screwed that up. The What happens is that they are putting the onus on adult game developers to handle their own payment systems. You can now no longer have each IO handle it, which is putting a lot of developers in a bit of a pickle because they are so many of the payment sites will not allow you to do adult payment systems or do adult content and use their payment systems. I think it was PayPal, Stripe, Wise. I'm pretty sure Square does not. I'm pretty certain Square does not. So, yeah. I mean, there are some, and I did a little quick search, and there are websites that do handle adult content and whatnot, but I'm not sure if a small game developer can handle that sort of thing. What would be nice is if somebody were to maybe act as an intermediary for some of these game sites or some of these developers, so that they could handle stuff like that. Otherwise, I think because Patreon's starting to be a bitch about a lot of this stuff. I haven't heard anything about Subscribestar, but Subscribestar does not obviously have the same reach that Patreon does. It's also a matter of laziness with a lot of people. It's far easier to do a handful of sponsorships through Patreon, just one Patreon account, rather than being spread things out between like Patreon and Subscribestar and Kickstarter and all of that other thing. Let us thank the almighty laziness of the American consumer, which I am as just as guilty as about anybody else as far as that goes. Excuse me. It's a hot chocolate night. I'm going to have my usual glass of water as well, but I felt the need for something tasty. So let's see here. What else? What else? Oh, well, there's at least one user that's on here. I can't tell who that might be. Unfortunately, I can't see that much of my screen. So hello. Anyway, let's see what else. Oh, I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas recently. Um, I tried it back when I was playing a lot of consoles before I moved to computer. Uh, Moved back to PC, actually, I should say. I kind of stopped around 2000. Um, because I got tired of it. Felt like every time I wanted to play the newest, latest, and greatest game, I'd have to like practically buy a whole new computer. It seemed like they always needed uh, bigger specs, especially the video cards and things like that. So that was always annoying. So I went with consoles for a while. And then I just kind of got tired of consoles. Plus the fact I'm not really that big on playing the latest and greatest games anymore. You know, I've actually been well, because I've been playing so many adult mods and things like that. I've been goofing around with a lot of older games, and that includes Fallout New Vegas, which I put in several adult mods on it. Haven't messed with it that much otherwise, other than having to put in the memory expander and all that other fun stuff. So, and I gotta say, because I did play Fallout 3, though it's been a while ago, and then I've also played Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas is a very horny game, even without any of the mods. I mean, there's at least a couple of instances where you're out and out trying to get with another character. And like I said, I haven't put those type of mods in because I usually find playing the kind of doing the dating sim game thing is kind of annoying. If I'm playing fantasy, I'm not sure I want to date. But well, hey Gurney, how you doing? I have arrived. Yay! So anyway, because one point you're recruiting prostitutes for one of the casinos that's on the outside of New Vegas. That's in the one of the outside areas. I forgot the name of it now. I'm terrible with names. It's really funny. I was thinking about this the other day. I do like, because I like looking up things of like censorship movements and things like that. But I am so terrible with names and dates that I would never have made a good historian at all, ever. As much as some of that stuff kind of interests me. So anyway, so like you're recruiting people to become prostitutes for this, escorts or whatever. And I mean, one of them is a robot, and his name is Fisto. And once his programming starts, his first thing out of his mouth is, "Please assume the position." And I'm like, and I'm walking by one of the criers, and it said, "Hungry, thirsty, horny, try the Atomic Wrangler." And I'm like, okay. And there's a lot of that stuff that was not in Fallout 4. and I'm not sure if it's so much in any other games. But then again, it's Vegas, and Vegas is not known for being, Vegas is Sin City. Speaking of which, we will be there in a couple weekends. I'm going to have a convention that I'm going to be vending at. We are going to be vending at, I guess I should say. So I have not been to Vegas since the pandemic started. As a matter of fact, we were there to do another convention right when the first cases of COVID had hit Nevada, like during that weekend that we were there. Oh, that, and I also remember it was a good thing we had bought a bunch of hand sanitizer, because before that weekend was over with, you could not buy hand sanitizer for love or money. And that was back before we knew that COVID was an airborne. We didn't know how it got spread, so everybody was just being cautious. But yeah, we were going to have a 3 convention, weekend after weekend after weekend, and the last full convention we did before lockdown was in Vegas. And so I'm really looking forward to being there. I want to see the Resorts Hotel. Gurney wants to go see the Meow Wolf there. We went to the one here in Denver. That was a lot of fun. Oops. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that. Anyway, so, and the Meow Wolf in Denver is very nice. It's a lot of fun. I'd like to go sometime when they have their just 21 and over events. But regardless, it's a fun installation to go around. And I'm assuming that the one in Vegas is going to be as interesting, though it's obviously going to be more expensive. I'd also like to go see Resorts World. It opened in the time that we haven't been there. And I personally would love to go back to the Erotic Heritage Museum. But, we're only going to have so much time that we're there. So, who knows? We'll see. Probably not going to be running around the convention too much. It's just going to be your standard anime convention. So, I haven't seen any, what panels and events were going to be, but I'm going to assume it's a lot of the same basic stuff. And, so, kind of been there, done that for the last 30 years. So, so anyway, I probably rambled on for way too long. So how about we get into the gameage? We're going to start getting close to the end. Yeah. Okay, I'm wondering how okay, so let's and there we go. Always a fun first thing to see is boobs on your screen.